And it's just so many ticks, so many ticks. We probably had 5 bites on us. We need those guineas to grow up and do their job badly. Hopefully, within like a week and a half, we'll be able to put our house on the market. Okay, wait, can you share your news, your good news? Pastor Hans just called Dad, your certificate. Hi guys, let me give you an update here. I am 7 weeks post-op. I had 2 hernias repaired a week ago today. I am echoing because I came to our old house in town that is hopefully going on the market in the next week because I am recording a podcast with a friend. It's actually my first podcast I've ever done, but I'm not too nervous because I've met this friend in real life and she's very easy to talk to, so that helps. It's with Christine, Frugal Fit Mom. She's the best. Yeah, I'm about to do that, so I'm here, but the boys in Solo are going to meet me here. And we have some work to do cleaning out this place because we have carpet cleaners coming. I've got a lot of updates for you. First of all, I had surgery, like I said. I had a Spagellian I think it's Spagellian hernia, which is like on the left side of my abdomen, right in front of my hip. It was a laparoscopic surgery, so I have several wounds or like incision points here, but the hernia was here. So they put their instruments across my belly and inside to repair it with their camera. So the first week, I would say the first 4 or 5 days, most of my pain was in the incision site and across my abdomen. Like if I coughed or sneezed or tried to get up, you do everything with your abdomen. If you don't realize it, there's a reason it's called your core. It is everything. The last day 5 and 6 were much more painful on the hernia side where I had my hernia repaired. So they put a mesh in, you know, like they do with hernias, and that started hurting a lot more. But I also was doing a lot more. So now when I stand up much, I have a lot of pain on that side, which is sad because I didn't have that before. So I hope I haven't hurt it at all. I think it's just healing and I'm doing more. I can't lift more than a gallon of milk for like 4 weeks, maybe 6. And I see the doctor not till next week again. It's only Monday right now. So anyway, I'm trying not to do too much. This podcast I'm just sitting down for. But yeah, it's hard not to do a lot when you have there's always things to be done. My kids do such a great job taking over, you know, for a few days, but then after a while, mom just needs to come back in, or Solo needs to get back to work or whatever. So that's how recovery is going. I actually was off my pain meds a couple days and had to get on them back at night, because at night I'm in a lot of pain, probably from the activity I did in the day. I really am I'm not up too much, but it's too much. I'm not lifting. I'm trying to be really good like that, but I think just being up is too much. Oh, I had a hernia in my umbilical too, like it's under your belly button. Okay, so I had that repaired too, just since they were repairing it. It wasn't bothering me. It does bother me like in my pregnancies when my belly's growing a lot, or at the end. And then after I give birth, it bothers me for a while. So I got it with my 8th. I have 11 children, so I've had several pregnancies since then. That's when I noticed it the most. I think, I told my doctor that I got it after I had Hope. She was my 8th. She was a premature baby, a little, just over 4.5 weeks, I think, early. And she was my only basically painless childbirth without an epidural. I loved her birth, but afterward they told me I lost a lot of blood and those nurses were pounding on my stomach. And that's when I started feeling the hernia and have since then. So it's the same pain of after they were like really pushing on my stomach when I had a lot of blood loss. So I told my doctor that the nurses gave me the hernia, but he's like, I have never heard of that. So more likely, I guess, is that I probably got the hernia later in the pregnancy, and when they were pushing on it, that's when I first really felt the pain of it or really recognized that, and then I've had it since then. So they went ahead and repaired that too. That was not laparoscopic. They were just gonna put 2 stitches in it, but they ended up having to put a mesh. It was bigger than they thought. Now I don't have a belly button that sticks out maybe. That part is not hurting too much. My incisions are itching, like they're healing, so that part's all good. I think people wonder, why do I have hernias? It is because of all the babies I have. It's probably weakened my abdominal wall. And once I'm recovered, yes, I was doing core exercises before. I was doing some postpartum workouts, but I wasn't super consistent. I'm going to be way more consistent. I'm getting this core into shape. This was really good incentive to have a rock solid abdomen because I do not need any more abdominal wall hernias. Enough medical updates. Let me do this podcast and then I'm just gonna show you all the things, so way too much that's going on in our lives right now. Okay, I did that. That was so fun. I talked to Christine, and because we've met in real life and she's super fun, it was very easy to do an hour podcast, I tell you. We just jabbered on. So she's pretty awesome. Makes me want to do podcasts sometimes when I hear other people's podcasts. So it seems like fun. Today my babysitter's here. She comes once a week. Today she's here for this week for 4 hours, and I just try to get the bulk of my computer work done when she's here. So I gotta get back to work, but I did want to show you. Look at my ducks. Aren't they so cute? We do have some electric fencing now because we were losing ducks. But they still are outside most of the day wandering without the fencing. We only use it when we leave the house. We've lost some ducks to predators in the daytime, but in both situations we were not around and it was very quiet. And so I feel pretty confident when we're bringing the noise, especially in the summertime when coyotes are maybe not so hungry. When we're bringing the noise, it's fine for them to be out. Sure. Well, I can't wait for you, but I'll be at the shed. You go get your shoes. Yeah, I'll wait for you just a little down here. Go get your shoes. Or you can just come like that. My sitter left. I got a lot done. Did not get enough done. Story of my life. In a few days, our carpet cleaners come. We've gotten like retiled a fireplace, redid a master bedroom, refloored a laundry room and a bathroom, or redid a master bathroom, excuse me. We had to fix up some areas of our wood floor that need patching up. We've had to do some things on the outside of the house that was like storm damage we didn't take care of, just a little flapping piece of fascia or whatever. There's just stuff that's had to be done. Work on the landscape, that kind of thing. Growing grass where the children are too much. Anyway, at our old house, so it's almost all done. We have carpet cleaners coming this week later, and then cleaners coming in to just make sure everything is completely done. I thought I was gonna be able to do that part, but I don't think so now. Look how slow I'm moving. And yeah, so hopefully within like a week and a half, we'll be able to put our house on the market. We are so ready to be done with that house. We've held on to 2 houses for a while now, and it was a blessing to be able to do it. We've sold houses before and never been able to move out before we sold a house. Like, we're always showing houses with all of us in it, that kind of thing. So this has been a huge blessing, but it's also been very stretching. It's been a lot to take care of 2 houses, to pay for 2 houses. I think we're just at the end of everything. We're like, done. We need this house gone. So we're just praying that it sells quickly. If you want to pray for us, please pray that our house sells quickly. We just need it to be done. And we need less work. We need less financial commitment. We need all the things. We have not started building here yet. We're waiting on some permits, and we're really just at this point, we're waiting for our other house to be sold. So we did get some very exciting news today that I'll tell you about in a little bit. Oh no, you're going to your Bible study? Your book club? Don't leave me, Belle. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we got it. This is where a lot of our furniture that we're not using is going from our other house, and junk that we haven't dealt with. It's a big, even Solo's like, you're taking the camera out there to show them.
You can see all our baby boxes in there. We brought those over the other day.
Yeah, and there's a lawnmower in there, and ATVs, and everything is in there. I don't even know how it's all fitting in there, but the boys are on their way with another load. I was gonna come help organize, like verbally, with Eli's help. So we moved most of the things out, but there's just that last stuff that we haven't gotten out of the house yet. You know, we've lived without it this far. You're like, you just want to burn it all at the end. That's what, every time I move, at the end, I just want to burn it all. And I can't do anything, but I can help organize here. So hopefully that helps. Ooh, look at that big pile of staples. It fell out. That would be really bad. We've had 4 car tires with nails in them in the last 2 weeks. 4 different car tires, because I think it's because a neighbor is building, and it's like when they roof, they say the nails, when they're doing roofing, they say the nails fly wide and far, and it's awful.
It was 4 different cars, 5 different tires.
Oh, 5 tires, 4 cars?
2 of my tires.
That's awful. Even Judah's car had it? I didn't remember that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta make sure we don't get the staples in the car too. Here's another vehicle full of stuff. You have no stuff in here? You didn't load it up? Oh man, that was a waste of... well, they already emptied the truck, so I guess...
I was working on the pool and then I went to pick him up. I'm dropping him off and then going home.
None of y'all have time for me.
I need to go back.
Okay, wait, can you share your news, your good news?
I got approved to go to Japan. My whole team did, so we got 4 weeks left.
4 weeks, and the countdown is on officially. We've been waiting for this approval for a long time.
Yep.
People from 3 different countries on this team: Mexico, Canada, US.
Yep. I get his car.
It is a big deal. I did film this morning when I told him, but I think he was in so much shock it took him a while to process it all. Pastor Hans just called, Dad, your certificate was approved.
Oh.
Does it feel good?
Yeah.
His certificate was approved. He's leaving in a month.
That's funny. I had a dream last night that I was in Japan.
Yeah, that was good timing.
Yeah, I was thinking about a lot of different things when you said that.
I know, you were thinking about youth camp, you were thinking about what day you're leaving.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about how this weekend I just told everybody, okay, it's been long enough. I'm good for the first week of July. And then the day after, I said that to everyone.
I think you'll still be good because you still gotta get your paperwork from Japan, send it to the embassy.
No, I talked for a while with a couple people from the team this afternoon on the phone.
Are they all so excited?
Yep.
So are you all thinking you won't be around
like,
for camp?
No, we will. It sounds like it'll be mid-July.
Mid-July?
10th to the 15th in that range somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a little time to get used to this idea. Luka's trying to avoid.
I have so much to do. Now my life is totally different from this moment on because now there's only one focus, and that's get out of here.
Does this guarantee you get a visa, basically?
Yeah, it's the hard part. All we have to do is actually send it to Chicago and have them like...
And how long have you technically been waiting for it?
Like 3 months.
3 months?
No, 2.5, like 2.5 months.
Nice. How was work?
Good.
Did you serve some coffee?
Actually, I don't think so.
Were you a good broista? All right, what are you guys doing?
We're playing in here.
We only rented a big truck one day that we had friends helping. But like a fire pit went through that window one day. Moving joys. You're still shoeless.
Next time when we're leaving here, when the couch is here, so the cat can die.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work that way, but it looks fun. Used to work that way. Okay, they didn't bring back stuff in that van, so I'm not organizing the garage right now. It is good enough for what has been brought already. That's already in there, except the chair. So Tori's making a big pot of ramen, which we've never done for dinner before.
Okay, I'm gonna pour this in.
Yeah, you can mix it up with some home canned chicken in it.
When I'm pour it in.
Okay.
Mommy, this love you.
And then we've got like eggs in there and green onion, home canned chicken, peanut butter, soy sauce mixture, even a little brown sugar that she's eating.
Oh, Pop.
You can throw some garlic in there too, Tori, if you want.
Like how much?
I don't know, just a spoon. It's looking very good. She hasn't stirred in that peanut sauce yet. But there's some eggs that cooked in there. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Solo's been working extra hard. He's exhausted and I'm moving slow. So I'm thankful that Tori she actually asked, can I make ramen for dinner? So I'm like, yes. It's good to have some easy things like home canned chicken and all the ingredients to put some good sauce in. All right, you wanna see something really embarrassing? This is my flower bed that my mom helped me with, and it's so full of weeds right now. Plus our little lawnmower that we do this stuff with is not working at all. And our little lawnmower from our other house is also not working, so we have like a jungle. Some beautiful flowers in the jungle, but definitely a jungle. We got a slip and slide. That's been fun. They've been going down this hill and made a mud pit, but they also do it up here sometimes. That's the bath for the ducks. That's our pile that needs to be burned. And there are our cute duckies. I'm gonna take you out here and show you some changes, big changes. Although I haven't been able to do everything because of surgery, traveling. I do love the birds. I feel like so many people told us, oh, you're not gonna like that, it's so much work. Okay, well, we're only a few months into it, but I love it so far. So I guess there's such thing as burnout. I read the other day that new homesteaders, 50% of them or something, give up after 3 years. And by 6 years, half of those give up too. So I don't know. I do know that I love that they get me out in the morning and they get me out at night. And I really enjoy watching them too. So we got the electric fencing because we lost some, when we were gone, we lost some to coyotes. So this trampoline was inside, the electric fencing was here for a while, so we were using that tub for them of water. And that trampoline was like a shade area, but we've moved the electric fencing now. So we only put them behind it when we're not home for the day. Otherwise they have free reign of the property and they're happy. Hi guys. We started with 11 and we're down to 7. Oh boy. They're not good at eating food we bring out to them. They do eat it eventually, but they're not really excited about it. Usually they're very wary of what, I think that's some strawberries. That because I was having surgery, they got lost in the fridge. Oh, we have our electric fencing out here just to give the chickens an area to run. There you go. Come on guys. See how big they are already? They're only a few weeks old. So big. This middle coop is not done yet. We'll be using that to separate birds out. But otherwise we have 3 rooms. We have this one that has all the baby chicks, and this one has the ducks, and this is the bigger one that is not done yet. So we have one chicken that we don't know what he or she is as far as breed, but the rest are American breasts. They just stuck an extra one in when they sent us the chickens. I haven't turned this electric fence off yet to show you or tell you, but what is new here is that we did get an impulse decision to get guineas, which we've hoped to get guineas the whole time, but we were gonna wait a little. But our tick situation is out of control. The dog's bringing in ticks all the time. The other day I was laying in bed all day and she came and laid with me and I pulled 4 ticks off of me and I didn't even leave. We have to check her all the time, pull ticks off of her. We get them on us. A lot of the times it's from her or being down here by the coop. There's a lot more down here for some reason, and it's just so many ticks, so many ticks. We probably had 5 bites on us. There's a lot I could say about ticks right now. One thing that we've learned the most is to just not be afraid of them. It really helps when you're just not freaking out about every tick. So I know I've talked to so many people who grew up or are raising kids around very wooded areas that have a load of ticks, probably more than we do, and they have all survived just well. Lots of people have told me, I grew up with so many ticks and we were just fine. Didn't even know anybody that got sick. Of course, I do know people that have gotten sick from ticks, but we just couldn't fear them that much. Then learning about them a lot, I think it's like 48 hours. Sometimes I've read 72 hours after they bite before they even release disease. So that helps you fear them less too. Just being diligent about checking, but I cannot check. My kids have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair, and we just cannot check them all the time. So most of the time we find them before they even bite on. But we've had, I think, 5 bites, and I don't know how long they were on, but on the dog it's been more than that for sure, because they get lost on her. But yeah, we're now doing some essential oils. We're doing, especially on the dog, a lot of that, some apple cider vinegar in her water. We're just trying everything we can. But the biggest thing that we've been told is that guineas are huge. They're funny looking bird, but they eat ticks apparently by the hundreds of thousands a year, each one. I know sometimes they wander off and that kind of thing, so we may have to get guineas every year, but we just went to Tractor Supply and brought home 6 guineas, and they are being raised with our chickens. They're supposed to eat a little different food, so I don't know if I'm doing that right, because I only have 1 coop to put them all in, and I'm trying to give them the higher protein food than the chickens, but they just end up eating each other sometimes. So I don't know if I'm doing it all perfect, but we need those guineas to grow up and do their job badly. So friends of ours have a lot more acreage than we do, and they told us that by year 2 we won't have any ticks, so we'll see if we keep guineas around. So they are our #1 tick plan. It will help a lot to not have to deal with so many ticks. So there's always issues when you live out in the country. There's good and bad. I got the electric fence off. I think it's a good thing to have the electric fencing, just for options, you know. Like right now with these birds, because I haven't trained them to come to me. I'm not sure that they would. So, but I want them outside now. This last week we've been starting to let them out, and so it's nice to have the fencing. Hi guys, we have 24 chickens and 6 guineas and 7 ducks. So here's the guineas. We've had a cold snap, otherwise we wouldn't have the heat lamp still on for them, because I think they're getting pretty big now. They don't need it. But yeah, their bodies get nice and big and fat. And you guys are gonna eat all our ticks, right? Hey guys, there's only 5 of you right here. There's the other. It's so fun watching all these guys. Like I said, I've enjoyed the process of having all the animals so much, more than I even thought I would. We're also doing a deep litter method where we just keep, when it smells a little, we add more shavings, wood shavings on, and so they don't really stink at all. It helps that they're outside a lot. And yeah, it'll be interesting. I am nervous about when the weather gets cold, just adapting to all those things. But you know, you can only learn one thing at a time, and we'll learn, we'll figure it out. We signed up for this free wood chip drop, so I'm really excited about that. I think it's called chip drop or something like that. We haven't gotten our first load yet, but we're on the list. So tree companies apparently drop off wood chips for you for free, and hope to use that maybe for some bedding too. So that would be free bedding, which would be great, and we could also use it in our garden. So yes, everything's coming along well. I do most of the work for the birds, but I've obviously needed a lot of help lately, so I try to always take one kid with me, a different kid all the time, so they're all familiar with it. But yeah, I've tried to take most of the responsibility of it. I love it anyway. It's good that they know how. They definitely do a good job. They never let me get too close to them. See, they're walking away. I'll let the chickens truly free range when I gotta spend some time training them to come to me. I'm assuming like mealworms or something, to train them to come to me easily. A few times that they've gotten out, they just jump right back in their coop. So I think they do know and love home, but I don't trust them yet. And I don't trust the hawks around here, which the hawks could still get them over there. So far, so good. It is a whole new world worrying about predators and problem solving predator issues. Are ticks predators? They're tiny, nasty little predators. What? Yeah, I guess, yep. All right, Tori did such a good job. I just took a taste. It's amazing.
I helped.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
For peace?
Yeah, thanks. Luka's making you a bowl. Who put the broom in the middle of the kitchen? Well, here I am back in bed. I thought I was going to make dinner tonight. That was not going to happen. Solo had thawed meat to grill, but he was too busy. But I was planning to make dinner, so thankfully Tori offered before she even knew I couldn't do it. Just because she wanted ramen and she wanted to cook, so that worked out good. But I thought I would take care of the birds tonight. I can't do it. I'm hurting. I've been working from bed and the couch for the last couple hours now. I need to rest more, I'm sure, but it's hard. Recovery's hard. It's just slow. I've definitely had moments where I wish I didn't get it fixed and just live with the pain. Anyway, I have a trip tomorrow, which sounds crazy. Is it crazy? Yes, a little. I am driving 6 hours. It's a work trip that's been planned for months. I really want to do it. I drive 6 hours tomorrow, sit on a couch for 2 days with some ladies talking, and then drive 6 hours home the next day. So I think it will probably be more restful to do the trip. Today was the first time driving in a car. I drove to the other house in town and to do that podcast, and that went just fine. I felt comfortable in the car. So I think the trip will be restful. I'm gonna make sure I stop a lot. I think I'm still gonna go. Definitely been up in the air a little bit about it. But yeah, when I see things to do here, it's hard not to do stuff. The kids do good. Solo obviously does great, but he has to get back to work too. So it's hard not to do stuff when you see stuff. Hopefully I'll start healing more. This is just 1 week, but laparoscopic surgery, I thought it was going to be less pain, but I'm surprised about how it is at 1 week. So anyway, thank you guys for watching today, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.